Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to something entirely different because it is Sundays, and on Sundays we talk about Sentai because I want a break from all the anime because that show is not very good, so I need to do something a little bit different. So, on Sundays we are going to talk about Sentai shows. Right now, I am talking about two shows, Kamen Rider Gav and Bakuwaga Sentai Bunju. That show is a very long name, so I just call it Bakuwaga because it's very complicated to pronounce. You may have noticed, or speaking, this was a podcast. I am moving my podcasts to Spotify and Podbean and Patreon, so that's where you will find my podcasts from now on. This is going to be an actual video because I want to do content daily and I don't necessarily want to do a podcast on YouTube. At least on this channel. On the other channels I might do one. But before we actually get started with these shows, I just want to give you guys a recap of what's been going on. Starting with Kamen Rider Gav. Kamen Rider Gav is the story of a young man named Shoma. Shoma was a member of the Stomach family, and they harvested human beings to turn into a thing called spice. And they presumably devour that spice and they turn it into dark sweets and they eat them. And his older brother experimented with it. And they were always scheming and coming up with new ways to get spice. He fled to Earth because his mother was murdered. And when he got to Earth, he finds a young woman, Sachika. Sachika doesn't really do anything, so I'm not really going to be talking about her in this series. I'm not sure if she's going to be the love interest or not, but other than that, she doesn't really have a purpose. I don't like side characters who are completely useless and do nothing, so it kind of annoys me. But more importantly, we also meet Hanto, who is a young man who is also looking for his mother's killer, because he thinks the Granyuts, i.e. the creatures made by the Stomach family, or I think it's the race that they are, they presumably killed his mother. Although we keep seeing this person in black, who works for the Granyuts, the Stomach specifically. I am convinced that is Hanto's mother. I am convinced the late stage plot twist is going to be that either Hanto's mother is alive or Shoma's mother is alive. I can't officially hedge which one I actually think because at this point it's more likely to be Hanto's mother, but one of their mothers I'm convinced is alive. Because I think we saw Shoma's mother get murdered in front of him, so it's probably going to be Hanto's. But other than that, the Stomachs consist of Glada, who is the hot one, and that's pretty much her only characterization. Also, she's nuts. Rango, who I thought was the father, but no, he's the oldest brother. Another brother whose name I don't remember, and the twins, who are the important ones, who are Jeeb and Sita. We find out that Jeeb and Sita were the ones who killed Shoma's mother because they were jealous of the fact that their family did not pay any attention to them, and they were really depressed and angry, and so they killed I believe it was them. I believe it was them that they're implying did it. Or maybe it's somebody they ordered to do it. Either way, they were responsible for Shoma's mother's death. So they come to Earth to challenge Shoma, and what ends up happening is I believe it's Sita gets killed because she pushes Jeeb out of the way of an explosion because Shoma gets different transformations. He has chips, he has water, he has chocolate or jello, and now he has a whipped cream cake. And they all look really cool, by the way. But he blows her up with a whipped cream cake, and now Jeeb is mad because her sister is dead, and presumably she's going to go back and she's going to make herself like 1,000,000 times more powerful to get revenge on her sister's death. There's also a professor who is working with Hanto, who I do not trust as far as I can throw him. because it's clear that he knows the Grand Utes, because the other Grand Ute, God, what's his name? The brother who is not Rongo comes to him at the end of this new episode. So they know each other. And I'm not sure if it's because he's working with them or because he has a history with them. Or maybe he knows more than he's letting on. But also, Hanto ends up becoming another Kamen Rider offset whose name, God, I don't remember now. But he and Shoma initially don't want to tell each other because they're like, I can't tell this guy, we should keep it a secret. But they end up finding out. And I like the fact that Hunter's like, I already knew it was you. Don't even try to hide it. You were obvious. So that's where we are in Kamen Rider Gav. Meanwhile, I don't think there's anything I forgot. Meanwhile, Bakuage consists of a car theme. And the main characters are Taya, Mira, Joe, Genba, and Chashiro. I didn't realize that all of them had car themed names. I did not know that. I knew Mira was Mira Shift. I knew Taya meant tire, but I did not know that Chashiro was a brand, was a mechanical brand. Nor did I know that Genba, I believe, was a tire brand. Joe, I'm not so sure about. I'm not so sure about, even the villains have car names. Itasha, the girl monster, is a car brand. I'm sure Deco Trade is some aide who is the Junichi Sawabe character whose name I keep forgetting, is also a car brand. The villains, the first one was Mad Rex. I'm not sure what Mad Rex means in terms of car-ness. I was not impressed with him. He was underwhelming. The only thing I remember about him was that he was Shiroshi Kamiya. The second one was Cannonborg, who probably is some kind of car thing. I'm still mad that Disrace was not the final villain, because when you have an outstanding Seiyu who who makes everything better, and trust me, Shotaro makes everything better, you use him. You use him to the last second. But no, he's not the final villain. God, the new one is Spindo. He's not very interesting. I don't hate him, but he's not great. He's fine. But we also find out that the ISA, who are the people who know about the Heshilians, they are doing something shady. They are very creepy. And it's clear that something is off with them because the person in charge has made some kind of deal with the aliens. Spindo comes to Earth and he wants to conquer Earth now. We find out that Mindurio, the mechanical partner of Taya, used to work for the Heshilians. We found out that Genba is actually an alien who is on Earth, and he goes off briefly to fight this race, but that ends with him coming back to the team because they beat him, and I'm still mad they did. At this point, every episode I'm sorry, I'm stuttering because I'm trying to figure out how to put this. Every episode they fight a different themed monster, and in this case, basically, Atasha puts a key into the monster to bring it to life. Today, it was very cute because they were helping a little boy who wants to be Boon Blue's apprentice. That episode was very, very adorable. I love him. He was so cute. And I hope he sticks around a little bit because his dynamic with the Booners is very fun. Although I hope it doesn't end up being like that one stupid Power Ranger movie where the kid becomes a Power Ranger. That was very bad. People are speculating that ISA lady, whose name I don't remember, is going to be a Boonger. I don't think she is. We're almost done with the show. So if that ship has sailed, basically. Anything else I can think of? Like of the Heshinians, I think that's it for today. I just wanted to recap because we're in the final lap. Oh, they did get champion jackets and they get champion forms. They were supposed to get animal sidekicks, but I didn't know, but I don't think they did. So that is it for now. In terms of the future, when I come back from Bakawage, we will do the same format. I will watch a Sentai show and a Kamen Rider show. It's going to be, I think the order is going to be Geats, Build, and then Gotchard, and then that's probably it, because I have no other interest in Kamen Rider other than those three. But in terms of Sentai, I'm going to watch Tokyo Girl next, but other than that, I don't remember I don't know what else I'm going to do after that. But that's it for today, and I will see y'all next Sunday.